Hi there, Gemini. This is Anastasia for Amira Salon's channel, and this will be your March-April 2018 general reading. I will be using Golden Tarot deck as before if you watched my videos before. And as a supporting deck, I was guided this time for air signs to use Magical Unicorns by Doreen Virtue Oracle cards, which have beautiful artwork and also very, very meaningful messages. I would like also to mention that although I'm not using a lot of cards in the spreads, it doesn't mean that the reading will be not in depth. I usually use the visions and messages that I'm getting during this video, taking this video, and some of them could be quite specific, but not for all people who will be watching. So don't expect from general reading very specific scenarios for all of you, because it's impossible. And instead, if you're attracted to the energies that we will be talking about right now today, you can of course book a personal reading with me, and I will be more than happy to look into your personal situation. Okay, so Gemini, March, April 2018. Oh, we have very beautiful cards so far. Oh, look at that. All female symbolism here, and immediately I'm receiving the energy of fertility, of prosperity, of love, of energy of celebration. Maybe it's related to springtime, but maybe it's just Gemini are in this spirit of spring, of renewal, rebirth. And the end of the deck is the Tower, which could be kind of standing aside from these very, very positive cards, but mind that the Tower can show also unexpected events, but that could be also very positive in the long run. Maybe something that will come to your life in, I would say, by the end of April could be unexpected and very fast. Something will be happening at neck-breaking speed, but in the long run it could be very positive as well. So let's begin with Three of Cups. So Three of Cups, it's the card of celebration, and it shows the image of a party. And yeah, so in the beginning of March you will be feeling renewed, reborn, I would say. You will be feeling back to life again, because I would say particularly for air signs, this seasons, the turning of seasons could be very important because they feel kind of the wind of changes. And all Geminis who are watching, you will be experiencing this cheerful energy of rebirth. Also, talking more specifically, it could be a scenario that you will be celebrating a really important event in your personal life. I really feel that some Gemini who are watching, they will be celebrating something like engagement. And it could be celebration of a period of life when after a lot of struggle, you are back to your normal, cheerful person who you truly are. And it could be because maybe some of the obstacles that were there will be removed. And I would feel that it would be with the help of close friends or family members. So let's say if it's a personal matter, maybe you were in an argument with your loved ones, and friends will be working as mediators, and you will be reunited with the person who would you maybe you were separated before. So it's almost like a wedding energy coming from this card. It can also show for some of who are watching the energy of celebration of some kind of engagement in terms of a contract. So maybe you finally found a partner with whom you can tie the knot in terms of signing a contract that is very promising, and you will feel that now the energy is changing. And if before that you tried one partnership, one person or one company, and they did not work for you, now finally in March you will find this right partner for your business, or it could be a colleague at work, and finally you found right people who will be supporting your ideas, your business, your your work environment would be also celebrating, like it will have this illuminating energy of rebirth. Again, very beautiful card. Also, for some of Gemini who are watching, that will be a celebration of anniversary, something like anniversary. So two people were in a union, harmonious union, for so long, so they would like to throw a party, and there will be a lot of people there who will be also joining to celebrate your beautiful union. And finally, there was one more idea that was kind of on and off. Yeah, someone will be graduating this year. Of course, many people will be graduating, but particularly those Gemini who were in a long-term program, and it was not very easy for them. And finally, they're finishing, they're completing their project, and they would like to celebrate it with classmates or with your advisors. So it's related to this kind of energy of celebration. The World also card that continues this beautiful energy of completion. There will be completion of a period of life when you were struggling, you were experiencing some obstacles, and now it will be over. In March it will be over, so you will be rewarded. All your patience, all your efforts, all your investments, they will be rewarded by really a wonderful completion of this project. So beautiful card for you. Just a second, please. Sorry, it's my cats. They're just naughty today, and they were bothering me with some sounds at the back. So I'm back to this. So the World is a card of completion. It's a card of when finally your efforts were recognized by people who did not recognize them before. It could be workplace situation for many of you, because you will think that you invested so much energy, like exactly what I was talking about, Three of Cups, and nobody noticed, or nobody would give you a credit, and you feel isolated, you feel bad because people were not appreciative of all your efforts. But finally in March they will recognize you. They will actually give you this either it would be in the term of a raise at work, or it could be some kind of a benefit that you will receive, or they will give you a bonus. So they would the period of hard work will be over, and you will be rewarded by your patience, by your efforts. And also there are a lot of people on this card, so we can imagine that you will be celebrating this period of completion, surrounded by many people who are like-minded people. So it's a beautiful card. Also, talking about finances, for some Gemini who are watching, finally your financial situation would be much better than before. You will be given back something that either they borrowed from you, and now you will have dividends. They not only give you back the money that you invested, but you will get more than you expected. Also, for people who were involved in some projects, now it would be time to celebrate that you finished, and it's really a good product of your efforts, of your creative efforts, and people will be celebrating. I'm just having an idea that it's related to either writing or arts, and people who were invested in editing their project for a long time, and it was not very easy, and they had their ons and offs and ups and downs, and finally it will be done by the end of March. So you will be also having this idea of good work completed, and now you can check, and it's one of your best accomplishments. Yes, interestingly, I'm just looking at this card. It looks like a mirror, that this image looks like a mirror. And people who are watching this Gemini, people who are looking at this card right now, they're kind of looking at themselves in the mirror, and the reflection shows that you guys are hard workers, despite people will say, oh, air signs are so volatile, they are not reliable. But no, I know a lot of Gemini who are very, very responsible at workplace, who are very, very reliable people, despite the stereotype is that Gemini are so, like here and there, all over the place. It could be true in some way, but they can also be very hardworking and very dependable, very responsible partners. And so you can look in the mirror now, kind of trying to kind of reflecting on all your activities, and then in March you will see that this is a beautiful image that you see, that you are kind of closer to your higher self. And it's also a token of spiritual growth. You are more mature than before, and you have this beautiful sense of satisfaction of your own activities, of your own, how to say, you applied your talents and your skills and your energy in the right place with right people. So you're looking in the mirror, reflecting upon that, and you think, you know what, I can be proud of myself. And even if they don't recognize me, I recognize myself. And this is also very, very important for many of you guys. So you have to be proud of yourself, because you can be very, very good friends. You can be people who are using their energy to help others, to support. You're creative. You're open-minded. So you have to give yourself a credit and really celebrate that, who you really are. Nine of Coins is the card that continues this sense of security, of self-accomplishment. And I would say more, now we are further to April, the energy will be kind of slowing down. You are still, you're secured your income, you're secured your relationships, you're doing okay at your workplace. Your projects are now under consideration. Maybe you put them forward to people who could be sponsors to take them, step, further. Yes, and now it's time for you kind of to slow down, and you can feel a little bit, a little bit bored, because, it's this sense when you're all the time doing something important and there is a lot of activity going on, but then after celebration of your accomplishments, you can kind of walking around your home and thinking, okay, so what else I can do. And what is funny, before that you were thinking about this time when finally you can have freedom to do what you want, not only to do the project that was most important. But now, after you're done, you're kind of, okay, so what can I do? I feel kind of bored. I want to be back to this mode of this enthusiasm of this activity, of being in the whirlwind of events and people and talking about things and exchanging views. And now it's all gone, because now you have to think, you have to take a pause, to take a break and move on. But new ideas, first of all, you are not ready for them, and second of all, you do need some kind of period of relaxation and of rest. But your energy is still kind of in the mode of doing something. And that's why you will feel kind of happy, but a little bit bored. That's how I feel about Nine of Coins. Good news, though, it's about good financial security. So if before there was, like particularly in September, October, and November for Gemini, many who are watching, it was a tough time in terms of money, and income was less than, maybe you were putting so much efforts and just waiting for the better time to get rewards. Now you will kind of reap the rewards, and you are more financially supported. But at the same time, there is this kind of sense of boredom. Oh, now they don't need me anymore. Or I'm kind of bored with doing the same thing, or being out of work. So that's how I feel about the beginning of April. And now the Tower card. The Tower card is usually the card that people most scared of, because they would say, oh, the Tower card usually shows something really, really bad happening. But you know, the main energy of the card is a change, is abrupt change or an event that is not expected. So because of all these very positive cards, I would say, in this, like in light of what we just were looking at, I would say that the Tower card will show an abrupt change in your plans to have a rest. So you will be kind of a little bit bored. You want to maybe travel somewhere, but then it would be an urgent need to pay attention to something that you did not even plan to, and that will bother you, and maybe that will be some need to invest money, if we talk about money, that you did not plan, maybe. And you know, I hate to say so, but I do feel that somebody who is watching, there will be a need to invest money to support a loved one, a family member who will need it for health issues. And I'm not saying that it's something really bad, but it's just because medication could be expensive and you will have to support your family member. And also it could be parents should support their adult children. Maybe there will be this very, very abrupt kind of or unexpected news about your adult children to be engaged, or it will be preparation for marriage, coming back to Three of Cups. So this energy is still here. These cards are connected. So it could be that you did not even plan about that. You wanted your assets to be securely, you know, in your bank account, and all of a sudden your child could say, you know what, I will have a wedding. And you will say, oh, look, I don't want to spend my money right now because it's only, I just accumulated it. I want to be a little bit more stable. Well, my assets should be steady. I did not plan to spend it like that, but it would be an urge to do so for some reason. So I do think that for some of you, it would be not very pleasant news, but as I said in the beginning, the message was that in the long run, you will be okay with that. You will cope with that. Gemini are, they can react fast to all the, you know, challenges of life, so you will be okay. You're completely fine. Also, I would like to say that even if there is a challenge, that would create this good transition from boredom to activity, which usually Gemini are so good at. So also let's look at some positive side of unexpected events or something that needs urgent attention. I also wanted to say that, you know, many times I don't usually get this card very often in my spread, but it doesn't mean that I didn't have challenges. So my point is, don't be afraid of this card as much as it could, you know, speak about unpleasant events. Maybe someone will break their leg, you know, and it's something unexpected and also related to expenses that you don't plan to have. But that's life, right? So it can happen. So be cautious on the road. That's what I'm also looking into. Some Gemini who are watching, be cautious on the road. Don't pass over big trucks. Be very careful with insurance. I don't know, it's about insurance also. I'm thinking about insurance. So check all your, you know, bank accounts, your insurance plans, and it may be some health related issues that you really need to take care of before it's too late, something like that. So it's all about, I would say, money. It could be also an abrupt change in relationship, but again, it could be the change that maybe you didn't even think about marriage, but there was a relationship like maybe common law or maybe more like dating, and you were not serious about that. But it could happen something like I really have an idea of pregnancy that is not expected, but don't treat it as something negative because it can lead to marriage. And marriage could be in the long run a very good thing to you to do with this person who maybe you did not want to be in you know, like to be in marriage relationship. So it could be this. In any ways, the Tower card is unexpected change. something not in our plans, but we have to cope with the unpredicted and uncontrollable events. And if we have cold mind and a kind heart, ask for help from the above, from the higher forces, you will pass through all these challenges with really good positive spiritual growth. That's how I see it. And now the unicorn cards. Finish what you started. This is interesting because it's exactly is talking about this card. Finish what you started with the completion of the project. So really, the cards are saying you have to finish in March and April. Please finish what you started because it will be a big success. It will be a very good sense of accomplishment. You've started something important and now it's time to complete it. So again and again, we have the message of completion of some project and some important activity, or if your relationship was kind of neither here nor there, maybe it's time to get more serious about that, and maybe dating process will be over and you will be engaged. So that's also the card can speak about that. Talk about your feelings. Tell a friend how you feel. Okay, maybe this card can more relate to when you have a challenge or some kind of unexpected event. Don't feel abandoned. Talk to your friends and they can help you. Also, it can talk about, remember I was speaking about this sense of not being appreciated by maybe your co-workers, and don't feel lonely because there are people who always appreciate you. So talk to your friend, tell a friend how you feel, and don't feel abandoned, because even at times of when we feel so lonely, there always a person, or maybe a co-worker, maybe your family member who give you support. So don't feel abandoned, speak it out. Hello and goodbye. Also very interesting card because it goes exactly together with the world card. It talks about completion of one stage of your life and beginning of another one. So you'll soon see that this change will make things better, and most likely it also speaks about the Tower card. So there will be change that in the first place you won't expect, you don't want it to be in your life. But look, hello and goodbye means, okay, something has to be removed from your life, even if you don't plan to, but in the long run. And again, see, the messages are repetitive. In the beginning, when I just pulled out this card, I immediately got this message that they don't like it when it happens, but they will like it when it in the long run. Maybe after a few months, they will see it was a blessing in disguise. So this card exactly repeats the same energy. So you have to say goodbye to maybe a person in your life, maybe workplace, maybe you have to try a new job, maybe you just have to finish studies. So at one point it will be this energy of saying goodbye, and it's sad, but at the same time, without saying goodbye, we cannot say hello. So I think it's a very beautiful card. You'll soon see that this change will make things better. So that's what we would like to focus on when an unexpected or unwanted change will happen to us. So most likely it's a blessing in disguise. Sometimes if we are not pushed with a force, with some kind of event, we will never know how brilliant we are. So some Gemini who are watching, you really need a kind of a push to discover your talents and your better, the higher self. So anyways, although there is some kind of heads up cards here, in general, I will say that it is a very positive feeling coming from this card, very good energies, positive energies, and just keep up with your talents, with your skills to be a high achiever. I would say Gemini, they are high achievers, and this is such a blessing because some signs are not, they are lacking these qualities. You guys have it, so stick to that. And thank you very much for watching. I wish you well, and I'm sure you will be a winner in every situation. Just be yourself, who you are, and think about the positive outcome, even though sometimes the event doesn't look very positive to you. So I'm pretty sure you will be fine. So till our next time, and again, thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.